Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. Just finishing setting up and we'll get going when everyone's logged in. So I hope you all had a nice bank holiday. I have no idea where the sunshine, well, sunshine's still here, but it's so cold. So hopefully it'll warm up soon. And I hope you can get out because we will get warm and sweaty today. So it'll be good to get out into that fresh air if you can for our workout. So just bear with me a few seconds. I'm just going to go and grab a couple of things that I need while we set up, okay? So hopefully that should come. There we go. Lovely. Okay. So just make sure you're getting all ready. Got some space. Okay, so I'm just going to alter this slightly. I just get a new tripod, which is good. It means I can actually alter everything a bit easier, which is very helpful rather than faffing around as much, so that's good. As you're logging on, just give me a shout. I know the light's a bit funny, it's that side light from the sunshine, but we'd rather have that, wouldn't we? So today we are going to do a combination of exercises. So we are going to be doing a combination of body weight and with weights. So the first exercise we're going to do, we don't need weights, we're going to do a squat with a touch to the floor. And then you need one weight for a tricep extension. Then we're going to need two weights for bicep curls and shoulder presses. So we're upping it a little bit this week. We're going to be including weights. So I just want you to make sure you've got something. It doesn't have to be actual weights. 2 bottles of water is perfect. 2 bottles of beans, absolutely fine. Whatever you can find. Better not to use glass, just health and safety wise. And as always, especially for this 6 weeks to 6 months class, you need to make sure that you are ready to exercise and that if you have scars that you are healed and that you are ready to partake in the exercises. If you have any pain at all when we are exercising, I want you to stop, and if you feel faint at any point, please stop. Obviously the exercise is meant to make those muscles work, but it's not meant to be painful in regards to your joints or anything like that. So just take it easy. Remember, you have had a baby and your body isn't just going to bounce back to pre-pregnancy. So we need to take it steady, which is what these classes are all about, is getting you back up, building you back up week on week, week on week. Okay? So yeah, 2 weights, if you have them, that's what we need, of some kind. If you have a resistant band today, you can use one for one of the glute exercises, otherwise don't worry. And for the chat afterwards, if you have one of these, so this is a foam roller. Now, I know most of you probably won't have one of these, that's fine. You can do the stretches without, but if you have a ball or something similar to this, I'm trying to think what you could use. A foam roller is awesome for helping you relieve those muscles. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about stiff backs and releasing any tension in your back. So I'm going to show you some stretches and some nice ways just to be able to release that tension. Okay, so as always, we're going to do 4 exercises and we're going to do them 3 times. Then we're going to do some glute work. We're going to do 2 exercises just once, and then we're going to do a little bit of pelvic floor. I'm going to do seated pelvic floor today, and then we're going to do some back work. Okay, just some nice stretches. I'm including stretching live each week anyway on my other page, and that is just to help anyone and everyone. Obviously, we're sat down a lot at the moment and lifting babies and all of that type of thing, so we need our back stretched out. So give me some tips today. All right, we are going to get going in about 1 minute, so I'll just get some other things just set up and we will get going. Okay, so add anyone who you think should be on here who isn't yet, and then we will get going. Okay. Lovely, right. That's what I need, just there. Cool. Okay, let's get started with that marching. So I want everyone to get music on in your house or in your garden, because it is sunny. It's deceptive, isn't it? We'll have to open that door at some point because it will get lovely and warm in here. Hopefully you can see me nice and clearly. I'm just going to alter it. We're going to start marching on the spot, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice marching on the spot for me. I'm going to get that heart rate up. Get my watch sorted so I can see what I'm doing as well. Just nice marching on the spot. We're not going too high. And just remember, really listen to your bodies in these sessions. Really important in the 6 weeks to 6 months to reconnect and know exactly what's going on with your body. Lovely. 20 more seconds. Get those knees up a little bit higher if you can. Obviously any pulling, we don't want to be doing that on our scars or on anywhere that you've got stitches. Shouldn't have any more, but just take it nice and steady on that pelvis for me as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, down into those light squats. So pushing that bum back, nice and light. Using those arms, just getting them involved. Lovely. I feel like I'm glowing today with the white top and the bright sunshine reflecting off my floor. Hopefully you can see me alright. Shout if you can't. And one more. Lovely. Okay, we're going to go into light lunges. Step back into the lunge. Down and back up. Make sure that front knee isn't going over your toes. We're just doing, if you're just getting to that point, perfect, okay? Doing 20 seconds on one side. Nice and easy. And swap over. I've been rushing around like a crazy thing this morning. So now you can see I'm off balance, trying to talk at the same time. Just need to get into the session. Will make us all feel better this session. Some nice movement. Lovely. Hope you all had a lovely bank holiday weekend. Okay, stop there. Can't believe it's over already. It went very quick. Okay, wrist rotations. Round in one direction. And the other way. There we go. Got my timer now. Okay, we're going to just do a little bit of glute activation. So I want you to go down, just bend those knees into a very light squat, and we're going to go side to side, side, just stepping back and forth. Nice and gently, okay? Do some nice activations. Okay, and then I want you to do some leg lifts as well, some side leg lifts. We didn't do these this last week, slightly different. So hands on hips, and we're just going to soft knees, we're going to lift out, centre. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other side for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, so just give that a bit of a shake out. That will do for our glute activation today. We're now going to do a little bit of stretching, okay? So, soft knees, arms forwards for me. Push those arms forwards. Stretch that back out. Look up, make sure you're nice alignment. Excellent. Soft knees all the time. Don't be locking those knees out. Doesn't do them any good. Okay, from there we're going to go up. Just stretch it up high. Again, soft knees. And then we're going to get over to the side. Lovely. Back to centre. And to the side. Excellent. Okay, back to centre. And that all-important chest opener. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, okay? Arms back, chest up. Oh, I need to do that one today. I always need to do this one. I say the same every week, I'm sure of it. Pulling those arms back. Lovely. Really push that chest up. And then slowly release. Okay, let's do our legs just quickly. We are going to stretch our calves out. So nice straight back leg, bent forwards, putting weight down into that back foot, pushing back, feeling that stretch. Lovely. And swap over. That's it. Can't wait like to get out for my walk this afternoon. As it is sunny, put a winter jacket on, probably a hat as well. And go for a nice walk. Have a look out for some, I think we're on colour blue, I think at the moment, for the Babi Actif pictures. So heel down, toes up, push that bum back. This leg here nice and straight. So look out for some blue flowers. Lots of bluebells, aren't there, at the moment? And swap over. Excellent. Okay, give those legs a shake for me. We're going to get going. So the first exercise is just body weight, okay? So we're going to be doing a squat and we're going to be touching the floor. So you're going to be doing, you don't have to touch the floor though, okay? So if you find that you can't, or that your back is bending over too much, don't touch the floor. So what we want to do, I'm going to stand in this position and we're going to squat down, tap, squat, sorry, opposite arms, tap, squat, tap, okay? Can you see I'm looking forwards at all times. I'm not bending down like this, okay? And if you get to this point, so you've done your tap and you get to there before you feel yourself rolling over, stop before you roll over, okay? Really important to keep that back nice and flat as you squat down. So flat back as you squat down. We're not curving the back to reach the floor. Doesn't matter if you can't reach that floor. What matters is your back is flat, okay? So we're going to start in 3, 2, hang on, my time is playing up, and 1. Let's go for it. So we're going to squat down, tap, and do it again. Down, tap, opposite arm. So this arm goes back as you tap. That's it, opposite arm goes back. Just together like that. That's it. It's quite hard to do it and watch myself doing it. Good. Okay, if that is too much, find that too much, just go into a gentle squat. Okay, we want to be getting that heart rate up today. So even to that point, together, together, together. Good. Okay, we're going to keep that going. One more. Excellent. Okay, next exercise, triceps overhead, one weight. This is what we need today. And we're going to go with soft knees. Okay, as always. That weight is going to come up here and we're going to lower it down. Elbows close to ears. Off we go. Up and down. As you can see, my weight, whatever you're using, isn't coming back over the top of my head. Just holding it there. My hips aren't forwards. I don't want to see this. And those hips back, core engaged. Breathing out. As you do the exercise, okay? Remember that active breath. Active breath we talked about last week. Really important. Lovely. Just keep that going. Keep those elbows really tucked. Really, really tucked. That's it. Okay, brilliant. Next exercise, we're doing bicep curls and shoulder presses. I need some air. So get both weights, whatever you're using. Tell what I'm going to tell next. Say next. Soft knees, neutral hips, weights forwards, and we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so light weights are brilliant for this one because it's going to be that constant movement of the 2 bicep curls and 2 shoulder presses. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Curl, lower down, curl, lower down, and then press, press, back into the curl. 2, come up to this point, and then we press, and we press. Good, halfway with this one. So 2 curls, 2 presses, soft knees, neutral spine, nice neutral hips, okay, really important. That's the position you want to be in. Last press. Lovely. Okay, put those weights down. Now, as everything in this session, you do it at your pace. Be that faster than me or slower than me, it's completely up to you. So this exercise, we're now going to build on what we did last week. So we're going to go into a 4-point kneeling position, and we're going to raise our arms. So everyone get down, and off we go. So we're going to do one arm, second arm, then we're going to go into leg, second leg, first leg, second leg. Okay, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So arms first. Nice breath in between. Then legs to toe and up. Straighten to toe and up. Remember that out breath, that active breath. And keep going again. Okay? Keep repeating. Remember to breathe out as you're doing the exercise. Breathe out as you lift up. And again. Really important, those hips don't rock over. Okay, so we've got 40 seconds. I'm going to explain that one a little bit more this time. So what we want in this position is that 4-point kneeling. We breathe in and then out. That foot goes to toe and then you breathe out. So we're not doing a toe tap or a lift. We're just getting to that point there. So we don't want to overextend. We're not getting that glute involved. We're just getting to that point. Nice straight point. As if the next stage, which next stage you go out. You're extending those limbs, okay? So just make sure that we're separating out for this one, engaging that core. If you are further along, then those 6 kind of up to those like 4-month part, and you feel that your core is strong enough and ready to extend in those ones, please do. We're just breaking it down today, okay? So back to the beginning. We are doing the squat, step, touch. My rests are going really quick today. Just grab a quick bit of water. And we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Let's do it, okay? Nice squat. So we go down, together, down, together, down, together. Looking forwards. If you can touch the floor, but make sure that form stays, okay? The important thing is I don't want that form to disappear. Brilliant. Let's keep going. Done everyone, 10 more seconds. Just making that squat just a bit harder, but again, making sure we are looking forwards at all times. Last one. Excellent. Okay, we're going on to triceps overhead. Grab that one weight. Okay. So nice, close, elbows to ears. Right, we don't want any chickens. We don't want these elbows out here, okay? We want them tucked in as far as they will go. So 3, 2, 1. Soft knees, neutral hips. Off we go, dipping down, pulling back up. Okay, turn around so you can see. All the way down, back up. Keeping those elbows as close to your head as you can. Try and get that weight a little bit lower now. Bring it back up. Breathing out as you do the exercise. Active breath. Don't let those hips creep forwards as it gets harder in the last 10 seconds. Lovely. Okay, pick up those 2 weights. Again, soft knees. Now, let me show you again. We've got 10 seconds, so we go. We're breathing out as we do the exercise. It's curl, curl to the top, turn, press, press, then back into that downward, okay? Off we go. Curl, curl, turn, press, and press. If you want to go faster, please do, but just make sure you keep that form. That's it, and just nice and steady. Ensuring that back isn't taking the pressure, so we don't want to be leaning forwards. We want to be nice and neutral, core engaged, soft knees. We want to be working those muscles today, okay? We've had a few weeks, we're on week 4, aren't we? So the first 3 weeks, mainly body weight. We'll start lifting it up now every single week. Lovely. We're down on the floor for those arm raises into leg raises. So again, just remember your pace. If you feel that you can increase it, or if you feel lifting your legs up is too much, stick with the arms, okay? Off we go. Breathe out. And then legs. So really breaking down the exercise. You need to keep those hips nice and neutral, okay? So if they're rocking over when you're doing your toe taps, you need to lessen the lift. Don't lift as high, okay? So if you feel you get to that point and you're rocking over, just lift to that point. 10 more seconds, keep going. My plant is in my way today. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Well done everyone, 40 seconds, okay? And we're going to do that round again. So if you feel that you want to pick it up a little bit, this is the round to pick it up, all right? Just listen to that body as always, but especially if you're around that 5-month mark where you're kind of where you're bridging both groups of the 6-month plus class as well, try and pick it up because that will get you ready to move into that 6-month plus class. Right, we've got 15 seconds. We're going to do the round again, okay? So I want these squat touches to be controlled within your reach. Make sure that back isn't bending. My leg is a little today. And off we go. So we go down, together, down, together. This is quite a good one for your brain as well, because you have to coordinate everything. Don't worry if you can't touch the floor without bending that back. Don't go as far, okay? Flat backs all the way. Controlled breathing. Squatting as we go down, so you squat, touch, squat, touch. The squat is first before that back goes, okay? Well done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lost balance again. Okay, we are going into triceps overhead. So get that weight ready. If you have nothing, I should have said this at the beginning, you can use a chair. That's what we have done before, where you dip up and down on the chair. You don't have a weight at all, okay? But I'm sure you've at least got a can of beans in the house, okay? Off we go. Down. Breathe out as you pull up, okay? Soft knees. Neutral hips. As low as that weight will go, that is my reach. Good work, everyone. Just keep it flowing. Don't let gravity take it. Don't let there be the motion. You need to be moving it, okay? Lovely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Even with a 3, I'm feeling that today. Okay, get those weights in your hands. It's the last time you're using the weights. Soft knees, bicep curl into shoulder press. So those nice soft knees, neutral hips. Give yourself a wiggle, get ready. And we're going to go in 5 seconds where it's the 2 bicep curls. And off we go. So breathe out. 1, 2. At that point, go up. 1, 2. And if you're finding that too much, drop down to one weight, okay? You can do this single armed and then swap each time. No pressure is there ever with these. You do what's right for your body and where you are in your postnatal level and fitness. That's it, good. There we are, 12 seconds, come on, keep that going. Nice, have nice smooth movements, nice rhythm. Nearly missed my second there. Talking, you see, that's the problem. Lovely. Okay, weights down onto all fours for me. A nice 4-point kneeling. Getting ready. So with the legs, because I know you can't quite see properly, I'm going out to a stretch, then to a lift. So I'm not going from there. But if you feel like you can do that full motion, do. Off we go. So start with arms. Get them as high as you can. Then it's those legs. Controlling that breath, breathing out and drawing that belly button to spine as you go. Keep going. Drawing that belly button in, all the way in. Good. Nearly there. We'll do one more round, okay? Arm, leg, and leg. Lovely. Well done. Okay, so we're going to get straight into... Oh, it's 1:30 already. How does that happen? We are going to get straight into our glutes. So we're going to do something called a split squat today. You don't need any weights at all, or bands. And instead of a full... We go into a full lunge, but we stay. Okay? So a lunge, you go down, you come back out of it every single time. We're going to stay in it, okay? So we are going to do this for... We're going to do 30 seconds on each side, okay? And then see how we're at, and we may do another set. So we'll go back into that lunge position, and we're going to go down into the lunge, and you stay there, and you come up and down. And every time you come back up, I want you to think about that pelvic floor. I want you lifting that pelvic floor. So I want you... Okay? Very small motion. Your body will be doing it naturally anyway, but if you could concentrate on it as well, that will be such an advantage to this movement. So we're going to stay in that position, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Little out breath. Make sure that front knee isn't going over your toes. If that is too much, keep going over one, but if that is too much, come out of it, go to this position, and just lower yourself there. So you can see my front leg is still doing the same, but my back leg is a lot closer. My torso is still nice and straight. 15 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, swap legs. Down we go. So whether it be that half lunge or full, you decide depending on how you're feeling, how your pelvis is feeling, and how everywhere, if you've got any pelvic pulling or anything like that, you want to be nice and central. So you need to come back, you need to come forward, sorry. Okay. And off we go. That's it. Nice and steady. You see my knees are going all the way down at all. Just keeping it nice and steady. Lifting my pelvic floor every time my pelvis comes up. Nice little lifts. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. I felt that one then, definitely. That was good. Hi Jess, you okay? Right, so we are going to go into toe taps now. I'm going to move my mat slightly so you can see me a little bit better. Hopefully that will help. Now, it's the same position, that 4-point kneeling that we were in before. So nice 4-point kneeling, and that leg goes out straight in that position. So your toes go down, and all we're going to do is we're going to lift and come back down. Okay? I should have moved my plants. Not got enough room today. Let's push that back. Okay, so if everyone's ready, get into that 4-point, and we're going to do, again, 30 seconds on each side, really firing that glute up. We want those glutes really working on this one. So we're just going to be lifting that leg nice and straight, and up and down. So in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Straighten that toes, point that toes, toe tap, and we lift up and down, up and down, up and down. Lovely. Just keeping it steady. Remember, only go as high as is comfortable for you. If you're feeling pain, obviously this is working your glute, so your glute is going to work, okay? But if you're feeling pain in your pelvis, even that is going to help. Okay? Just lower it back down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap legs for me. Off we go. We're going to go straight into it. Got another bit of jungle in the way today. Keep going, keep going. There we go. No, this isn't working at all for me today. Keep going, everyone. Keep going. Just going to go back to straight. There we go. go. You can't see my head, but that's fine. Lovely. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Well done. Okay, and if you feel that you could do more than that, add those in after this session. Okay, add them in when we're having a chat. Just, I want you to take from these sessions everything you can and implement it into workouts that you do on your own, or you repeat it with this or any of the ones that you're doing. Okay, those are fantastic for building your glutes up at a really gentle pace, because you can increase and decrease the lever that you're using, so you don't have to go too far. And you can also really engage that core, stabilise that pelvis, and take it steady with toe taps. They're a nice fluid motion that we just want to keep going, but build those glutes, make sure they're strong for everyday life, but also engage that core to keep you nice and stable. Okay, so if you are rocking over while you're doing those, then take it slower and don't go as high. That's my key advice to that, because especially early days, you don't want to be doing any rocking over on those hips, okay? You don't want to be putting too much pressure on one side compared to the other side, all right? Lovely. Right, we are going to go into our stretching. So I'll move this back. So we're just going to do a little bit, because we're going to do more back stretching in a little while. So the classic leaning forwards, walk yourself forwards, make sure that those heels are down on the floor. So if you guys get into that stretch, I'm just going to alter my camera slightly, so keep that stretch going. Lovely, okay, that should be better for our stretching. Okay, keep that stretch going. Nice relaxing one. Really nice one to do if things are getting a bit much. Still getting used to my new tripod. Okay, so come out of that stretch, so you're in that position now. So we're going to walk ourselves out nice and slowly, and then come up to seated. Put your feet together for me. And then just lower those knees down, okay? So make sure we're not arching that back at all. Just lower those knees down. You can see mine are quite high, aren't they? Always quite high. Some nice deep breaths. Lovely. Okay, one leg out front for me. Reach down to the toes. As close as you can get. If you can't reach, stay higher up, okay? I don't want that back leaning over. Really important. Important in any point of your life, but especially postnatal. You may still be feeling really relaxed, you may be feeling that you can stretch further than you would normally with the relaxing in your system, so you need to just really watch that. And stop legs. That's it. Actually feels like it might be warming up outside. I don't know if that's me or the I don't know whether that's me or the weather. Okay, both together. Brilliant. Oh, that's a nice stretch today. Lovely. Okay, we are going to do one more stretch for our glutes. So we're going to cross over. One leg straight, one leg crossed over. Then your straight leg arm, wrap it around your knee. Okay? Then this hand, I want you to put at the side of your hip. So just put it at the side of your hip there and look over that shoulder. So we're not doing full twisting. This is enough, but if you're finding that it's not pulling in your glutes here, put this hand at the base of your spine and turn that a little bit more. You may find the first stretch is enough. Excellent. Bring your hand back round, slowly release and swap over. So either here, or if you need a further stretch, at the lower bit of your spine. release that there. We'll just do a little bit of upper body because obviously we've been using those weights today. So sit however is comfortable for you. This is where most people sit, but if you want to sit on your knees, then please do. Or if you want to stand up, no problem. Interlink those fingers, push forwards for me. Excuse me. Make sure we're not kind of scrunching ourselves up in that way. You want to be nice and straight, really stretching out. And then up high. And again, we're going to do the leaning over. So we're going to lean over to one side, back to centre, and over to the other. Back to centre, and then that lovely chest opener. Squeeze those hands together, push that chest out. Really lift that chest up. And release. Okay, we'll do one more because we did the shoulder presses. So one arm across. Then we need to push this arm up towards it. Not on your elbow or your wrist. And I want you to lift the arm slightly. So you can pull it like this, which you will feel. But if you lift it slightly and then pull, you'll feel it a lot more on your shoulders. Just holding it there. Well done. Okay, and release and swap. So again, interlink, then lift and pull round. Okay, give the shoulders a roll back and a roll forwards. Grab a drink if you need to. And then we're going to do a little bit of pelvic floor. Okay, just a couple of minutes of pelvic floor. Again, I always just give different techniques in this one, as it's very hard to know if you're doing pelvic floor correctly if I'm not there with you. But again, the best way to find out if you're doing pelvic floor exercise correctly is going to see a women's health physio, or get further help once everything has gone back to normal. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is get nice and relaxed. I want you to make sure that both sides of your bum are nice and balanced on the floor. Now this one is very easy to let your glutes and your quads kind of take over. And what you'll end up doing is this. You'll end up lifting yourself up and down. We don't want that. We want the shoulders to stay exactly where they are. We don't want this pelvis lifting up and down at all. We don't want those big muscles getting involved. We're working on those small muscles. So we're going to do 5 slow and then 5 fast pelvic floor engagements. And again, we're going to keep it simple. We're just doing full pelvic floor. We're not going to isolate the areas of our pelvic floor in these classes, okay? Not for the moment anyway. So a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then we're going to use the same analogy as we used last week, that picking up that diamond. So that pick up feeling, okay? So you need to just concentrate on trying to pick up the diamond with your anus and pick up the diamond with your vaginal muscles. We just want to make sure we're picking up and we're holding, we're lifting, we're bringing forwards to our pubic bone here, and then we're releasing, okay? So we're going to do, 5 slow and 5 fast. So we'll start with the slow. Nice deep breath in through your nose. And then I want you to breathe out and pick up as you're breathing out, lifting that pelvic floor all the way in, just feeling it, lifting forwards. It's like it's a lift and a squeeze, so it's not just a squeeze and a let go. And then breathe out, breathe in and release. Okay, and we're going to go again. So engage, make sure those glutes aren't getting involved. And then release. And again, everything else nice and relaxed. Even having your hands back like this will help. And breathe out, engage, make sure those glutes aren't getting involved. And again, breathe out and engage, just nice and steady. And release and breathe in. So it's really relaxing as well to do this because you're getting lots of oxygen into your body. So do one more of the slow ones. And breathe out, engage, lifting that pelvic floor all the way up. And then releasing and breathing in. Okay, completely relaxed now. We are going to do 5 sets of 5 fast. It's quite hard to count this one. Doing like this. Okay, so I want you to, when I say engage, we're going to breathe in, then we're going to breathe out, and I want you to engage and then release. and engage and release. So it's going to be 5 of those with that out breath. Now if you're struggling to have that much of a breath, don't worry, okay? You take a breath when you need to. Don't be while you're doing it. Take a breath when you need to, okay? But you will get the most out of it if you can take that really deep breath in and then breathe out and do your engagement while you're breathing out, okay? So we're going to go again. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. Engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. Breathe in and off we go again. Engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. Breathe in and again. Engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. Breathe in. One more and breathe out. Engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, release, release. Okay, really important to make sure you fully release that pelvic floor at the end. You're not pushing the pelvic floor down, you're just letting it go step by step by step, really slowly. Okay, lovely. Right, we are going to get on to a chat now. We're going to do back stretching. So get yourself a drink. I'm just going to grab myself a drink and then we'll do that. So if you do have a foam roller, this is when we need the foam roller, okay? So get that to hand. If you don't worry. Right then. I'm going to sit here first. If you're still on, give me a shout. Right. So, as parents, we get backache quite easily. It's we're picking up all the time. We're picking up things. So we're picking up children quite quickly when they need us. We aren't necessarily thinking about our back when we're sat. Case in point, then leaning forwards to look at the camera. We need to be sitting back. Okay. We need to have that nice posture as much as possible, but we don't necessarily have time to do that. We don't necessarily have, we're being pulled in every which way, aren't we, all the time? And I'll always remember when I was probably about 8 weeks postnatal and I didn't bend my knees and I bent down in the shower to pick my shampoo up and my back went and I was like, okay, I have to deal with that now as well. So it's really important to try and stretch that back out as much as we can. Just making sure that we look after our backs. You know, everyone says look after your back, look after your feet. We do need to. Okay, your back, if you have a problem in your back, it will cause pain elsewhere. It won't just be in your back. And then also sometimes if you have an injury somewhere else, that will then push into your back and cause pain. So it's really good to try and see a physio if you can to work out where that pain is. But if it's just general aches and pains from being a parent and the extra pressures it puts on us, then these stretches will really help. Okay, so you may find that you have got pain in other areas of your body from your back, so we need to make sure that we are working it. If you've got upper back pain, it will push into your neck. If you've got central or lower back, it will push into your hips and your knees and even down to your ankles. So it's really, really important to just keep the stretching going. So some of these are ones that we do anyway, which we've actually just done. So we're going to carry on with those. I'm going to show you those again, but I'm going to show you how you can use a nice foam roller. So there's going to be, I'm trying to find a point where I can use it. I may have to move a few things around so that I can show you exactly a good place to how to use your roller. All right. The first one we're going to do is on the floor. And if you haven't got a roller, a nice soft ball will do. Or you don't necessarily need it for this first one, okay? Just need a few things. Okay, so the first one we do is that lovely chest opener. So we go into that 4-point kneeling, your foam roller over here, and we thread our hands, we do a thread the needle. So we thread across and we can roll that out. Okay, so you can lower yourself down and you can just roll it out, holding it there. And then you can bring it back and lift this arm all the way up to the ceiling, okay? So that's the point, which is a lovely stretch. So if you haven't got a roller, leave it out of the way, because I know a lot of people don't have rollers. You can reach up, we do this one quite a lot. Thread that hand through and lower yourself down. You'll see I don't look straight because I'm looking at the camera, but you need to stay nice and straight. Twisting that back round. I can feel that in my back now, it's lovely. But if you have the roller, it's just a good point to be able to push a little bit further. Come back to centre, we're going to reach up again, up high, and then thread through, lowering that back down, those shoulders down, sorry. Really twisting that back, keeping those hips nice and steady, and then come back to centre. Okay, so that's a nice simple one that we use anyway, and the other ones are with your hands again, with your arms again, sorry. With your arms again, I want you to push forwards, that's a really nice opener, but lifting that neck, so just making sure that we aren't leaning that back, curving that back, you want a nice neutral spine, so pushing forwards, it's a lovely back stretch, upper back stretch. Then of course the one that we always do, which is reaching up, but going over to the side, okay? That there is a lovely stretch. Even if your pain is in your upper back, you want to be stretching your whole back, okay? Over to the other side. Excellent. Back to centre, and then that all-important chest opener, because even though you've got back pain, you need to open your chest as well, because if your chest is tight, then your muscles are going to contract and you're going to be in this position, okay? And then what will that cause? That will cause back pain. So if we open this chest up, we build this chest, we open up, then that means that it will release the pressure on our back. So making sure we're pushing forwards, interlinking those hands, looking up, squeezing those shoulder blades together, as tight as they will go, and releasing, making sure we're doing a nice breath every time. Now, with a foam roller, depending on where your pain is in your back, a lot of people use these for their glutes and for their legs, that's what I mainly use it for. But if you're finding that you have a back pain and it's down your side, you can lay in a position where you're on the side of your back. So I'll have to just scoop myself down nice and gently, okay? So if I've got back pain along this side, I can just add that pressure of that pelvic floor, of that foam roller. And again, it's the same. So if you've got it in the centre of your back, you can use it on the floor. Back and forth, just rolling out where you've got that pain. And that can be the same for centre. Just make sure you're nice and balanced, because this point here with your shoulder blades, so go over, if it's just there, you can work it all the way through. And the same with lower back. Bring it to the lower point of your spine. And work it all the way through your glutes as well, because if your back's stiff, more than likely your glutes are. So just rolling, that's where I get quite a bit of tension. Just rolling back and forth. It's a really nice point to stretch. You can pick these up for not very much. This is quite a substantial one, but you can just get purely foam rollers. So this is actually structured with a hard plastic centre, but you can get just, and it's got a netting there, but you don't need that. You can just get a full foam roller, and they're perfect for things like this as well. So definitely one that I would, even if you're not getting backache, you won't realise that that you potentially have a tight back. So rolling out, especially that lower back and into those glutes, and putting your weight onto the foam roller, but everything else relaxed, okay? So if you can, lower yourself so you're comfortable, so you're on those elbows, those forearms, back and forth. That will really help. And go down into those glutes as well and isolate them. Do one side and the other, okay? That will really help. The other option is if you are struggling to be on your back, so this is mainly for pregnant women if they're struggling on their back. Obviously, you guys are postnatal. Let's see if I can move this. Do you see my oven? Okay. You can have it against the wall as well. So with the side, you can use it against the side again. That doesn't work very well. But your back, your lower back, hurting in the way, Should have practiced this really. So we go up and down. So that's a really nice one to do if you're finding it's too much on the floor. You may find that it's a little bit too much pressure on the floor. Let's just move that back. There we go. So if you're finding it's too much with your body weight on it on the floor, which it can be a bit painful sometimes using the foam roller, against the wall will not be as much pressure for you, okay? So that's quite a nice alternative to do, or if you you get pregnant in the future and that is something that you find that it's your back again, doing it on the wall is a really nice pressure release. So the other ones we're going to do are just some simple ones that we do in my stretching classes. Is a nice cat-cow. So you go in again to that 4-point kneeling. We take a nice deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to lift that back up. So we're going to arch the back. Nice deep breath to central, and then breathe out and lower that tummy, pushing that bum back. Okay, that's a nice stretch. The best one for your back is when you're arching up, so you're going to cat. So breathe out. Lovely stretch. And another one just to finish is some deep core breathing. So I talk about this sometimes in this class, not that often, but we are going to breathe into our tummies. So I know I'm racing through these, but please rewind if you need to check them through, or message if you have any questions. But I want you to take a nice deep breath into your tummy. So you expand your tummy, and then as you breathe out, you contract that core, that whole core corset, okay? Now the reason I'm getting you to do this one is we do it in all fours, and it's a lovely releasing breath on that back. So breathe in, fill that tummy, keeping that back flat, and then breathe out, pull that core in. Okay, and again. It's quite a hard one to get your head around, but I will talk about that one in more detail in another class. The reason why I've included that one is because if you build that core, that deep core connection, then you will be releasing the pressure on that back, which is more than likely where the pain is coming from, is a weak core, especially in postnatal. As well as everything we have to do. So I hope that helps somewhat at the end, doing some back stretches, even if they were a little bit awkward when me demonstrating, but I can always do them again. So if you need them, let me know. But it is a very nice way, especially on the floor, putting that full body weight on that lower back, but also that upper back. Just make sure you're balanced and you're not going to bang into something or hit your head or anything like that. So just make sure you've got, best thing is in the lounge really, isn't it, on a carpet rather than a nice tiled floor like this. So yeah, get some stretching done. That's your homework for this week, is some stretching. Try and enjoy the week as much as you can. It is going to be nice and dry, so get out for those walks, take those pictures of the different colours for Babi Active, and if you have any questions, as always, give me a shout. Otherwise, I will either see everyone on Wednesday for the 6th month plus class, if you're in that category, at 1 o'clock, or back here next week at 1 p.m. Okay, take care everyone, stay safe, bye.